Not late. There's no such thing as late. There's you can't be late. Listen, developers are never late, right? If the sprint ends and their ticket isn't done, it's not the developer's fault because it's all about the planning. It's the lead's fault. It's the manager's fault. It's the sprint dude's fault. It's the agile whatchamacallit. It's the agile consultant's fault. There's no such thing as being too late. The music is still too loud. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. My mouse is breaking. Everything's falling apart. Hello, chat. Exactly. Late is a social construct. Yeah. And here in this society, you have no rights. Welcome to today's stream. Today's stream is going to be a slightly different mix of things. I mean, really, today's stream is going to be the same as tomorrow's stream and the day after stream. It's going to feel like Groundhog Day for most of you, I think, if you're not into programming, because we had to finish the sandbox thing. So let me just open this up so you actually see what I'm doing here and why we need to do this. Okay, it's actually very important because I'm I'm late. I'll be real. I'm late. I won't lie to you. I'm kind of late. Look at this. There's 3 days left on this game jam. 3 days and 12 hours. Now, you may recall that my whole idea is quite large. The problem is that I may or may not have been busy with a couple of things. One, record. Oh, hot. Oh, I got pizza butter. Record rainfall across the entire city. So crazy amounts of rainfall. Really bad stuff. I was like, God damn. Crazy amounts. But most basements were flooding, including ours. So I had to fix it. Two, work. And I was too tired. So I was like, heck it. I'll just do it next time. We have 3 days and 12 hours left. Are you gonna play the Wukong game? How do you preempt all of my like things that I'm gonna like talk about every single time I start streaming? Somehow you're able to preempt all of my topics. It's like you're here looking over my. Are you actually over my shoulder? No, you're not. You're not here. No, and I'll get into it. Well, yes and no. I'm not really sure yet, but I'll get into it. Yeah. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, it's gonna be all spent on this. Okay. Monday we need to upload. Like that's the final day to upload. It ends on the 27th, which is about that's like Tuesday. It's gonna be interesting to see if we can make it. The game is obviously not that difficult to make, and I was fixing things as I went off stream. I was actually developing a lot of it off stream and fixing a couple of things. One, the gravity works now, and I found a good way to explore the project, so I know how the structure of the engine works now. So it should all be implementation by this point. It should only be the fun stuff, except for rotation. I'll get into why the rotation stuff is kind of messy, and we'll figure it out. But yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. A lot of things have happened. One, yeah, Black Myth Wukong came out. That game is interesting because let me show you actually. Um, the developer of that game apparently had a lot of interesting things that they were doing back then. Apparently, they were very very sexist, which is unfortunate. Basically, it boiled down to them being like, oh yeah, like games made for men and women. Like I can kind of see what they were trying to say back in like 2014, but they failed to communicate it well. And again, this is back in 2014 when like honestly, I mean, what was on TV? TV shows back in 2014, right? Like True Detective, Air, no, no, Outlet, Goth, Constantine, Chicago. Okay, Chicago PD is actually good though. Basically, what I'm trying to say is 2014 was not a good time, anyways, for most things. So not to say they don't hold it against them, but people can change over time, right? What I've heard is that they haven't really changed too much in recent times, although I'm still not sure if that's hearsay or not. All these articles seem to be all over the place, and they all seem to pull from the same sources, but it seems like they really, really don't care about women playing their games, and they really, really kind of like don't think about women playing the games, which is not. It sounds innocuous until you realize that they specifically it's weird the way that they say it. It feels like they're very hell bent on making sure that women don't play their games. I'm like I don't understand why, because I don't know about you, but like I know a lot of Buddhists who are women who like know the story of the whole journey to the West. Or sorry, well, what like all of them know about the Monkey King story. It's a very very classical tale, right? And I know a lot of it may surprise you, but even Chinese people can be women. And so it's like, oh man, imagine, right? So like, aside from my family and my wife and me and like people that I know, I feel like there's a lot of women out there who like really want to play this game, who just don't really want to be talked to like this. So I'm still iffy on if I want to play it. I heard the game is fantastic, but also all the reviews are from China, so I don't know if it's actually like good or if it's because the game itself is blowing up in like China. So for context, Black Myth Wukong is it's not really a Souls like. It's very very simple. It's more of a God of War game where it's basically telling the entire story that I guess people here in the West probably know best as like the Monkey King story, but specifically the story as a whole, as it kind of originally was, with flair around it to make it an enjoyable, fun playing experience. Obviously, it's not one to one, but they do a good job of sticking to the motifs and like other like things about it that it makes sense. Like for one, they don't call the various things that you fight gods; they call them Buddhas. And my wife, she was like, they better call them Buddhas. And as soon as it did, she was like, all right, they know what they're doing. And my wife loves this story, so but it's unfortunate because as far as I've seen, the game is good. I've heard that past the initial stage, it has some issues around like performance and in general like game design stuff and like gameplay stuff. But also, it's hard to tell what the reviews are because of that hype, right? It's not only is it like a good game, it's like it's like one of China's like few games that has made a pretty sizable splash in terms of like the world stage in terms of gaming. Like aside from Genshin Impact, most games that you think of from China are like, the one with like a zombie game with Will Smith? Well, Undawn. It's like Undawn. Yeah, so most games from China are like Undawn. This was made by a in-house studio by Tencent, by the way. Had Will Smith in it as a character. Died basically immediately. I'm surprised it still even has a Steam page. I'm pretty sure this like game is still dead. So for Black Myth Wukong to come out, it was like a huge sort of like cultural. It feels like a phenomenon because like even my like distant friends or like family over in like Asia were like talking to me about it, and I was like, how do you know about this? And then they were like, it's huge over here, like it's some big deal. So who really knows how good it is yet? So I'm still on the fence about it. I'm waiting for more reviews to come out to see how really good it is. I don't want to watch any gameplay of it because like again, the story and the way that they tell it, I'd be very interested to know how they tell it because it's again, it's a story that we all sort of like, well, not grew up on, but like it's a story that we all sort of know just by the fact that like it's in our culture. Like it's pretty hard to like escape it, right? It's just weird that there's so much controversy around it already, and it leaves a weird sour taste in my mouth. It's also one of those things where it's like, do you really want to stream it? You know what I mean? Because streaming games is different from playing games. If I play a game, I can just play a game, right? If I stream a game, I'm a public figure. Whether or not that makes any sense, whether or not you should listen to my opinions, for some reason, the world thinks that you should, right? And in a way, because I'm in this position of talking to you as a streamer, it makes it so that you think that you should listen to me too, even if that may not be the case. And so you end up in this weird spot where it's like, okay, well, I would love to play it on stream, but with everything that's going on with it, I'm gonna wait a little to let it die down and then see what's like going on here. I don't. Well, maybe this is my ticket into V Shoujo. Like you never really. I'm just kidding, just kidding, just a joke, just a joke. I'm gonna eat my pizza pocket there. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have no clue how this is gonna happen. Actually, um, but always with games that come with a controversy, I tend to avoid them for like stream at the bare minimum, just because I'm I'm not really here for like drama. It's really annoying to like deal with, and I just want to play a game, right? However, I also don't want to throw money towards something that like is actually bad, in the sense of like both funding people who have some pretty nasty ideas, or some other thing about it, right? Because a game like this could have came from any studio, realistically, and that studio could have loved women, but just happened to come from this one that didn't like women as much as another studio. So we'll see how it goes. Another topic I want to talk to you about is a mobile app store thing. Just play it ironically. I just go on stream and I pop the game up and I'm like, ha ha ha, who put this game on my system? Oh well, I guess I gotta play it now. And then I start playing it. I'm like, ha ha ha, that's kind of funny. Listen, I bet they're gonna get it wrong by the end of the game. And then I play through the entire game. It's like, ha ha ha, I guess they got it wrong. Oh well. No. That never works. There's no way I can play off something like that. And it sucks too because the game looks really, really good. Like, I actually do want to play it. It's just, I'm also not like sad that I won't be able to play it because there's so many good games coming out there, anyways, right? But it's like I have one less good game versus like I have no good games, right? It doesn't sting a lot, but it still stings a little, and you kind of like wish to yourself, like, why were they so fucking weird? You know what I mean? I won't get too into it because this article does even much of a better job. But like this, I think there was another one as well that like went through, and there's like links to Billy where like people posted this stuff. And you see the history of what they were doing and what they were saying, and like chat, it was so fucking weird. Like even if they weren't sexist, right? Even if it was even if they like said like about some random animal, say they were just making things about crows, right? It would still be fucking weird for them to say these like things, okay? You don't want to like. I don't know if I want people who like want to espouse the idea of having friends with benefits as a benefit for working somewhere. It feels like a weird thing to have in any space. Not to say that can't happen, right? But to have that openly on the listing, I'm like, I don't know if that really makes sense. Like that, maybe leave it up to social phenomenon, right? Or hospitals. Apparently, hospital staff, they fuck. They fuck. Oh yeah. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it's all a prank. Hopefully it gets better. And if it doesn't, it's not much of a loss. IMO. Other topic I want to talk about, which is also very, very important, especially for most of us, because quite a few of us actually play on, or like do stuff on, whatchamacallit, the App Store, particularly on Twitch. So here. Sorry, I'm like chewing. I'm still like today's stream is gonna be very, very scuffed. What is the actual announcement? Why is there no announcement? Oh, here we go. Twitter? There's no way that companies use Twitter as the official pipeline for their news dissemination. Like you're kidding me, right? Like this is like a messed up timeline. Like I don't understand. Why do you use where's your news site? Like where's your official news site? Like how do you what? Sorry, let me just take a screenshot of this. I can't show you my my Twitter. However, I will show you two things about my Twitter which I find funny. So Twitch price update, and then all these bots. Okay, chat, the bots, I don't know who programmed them, but whatever they use for the flirt with people online setting doesn't work as well as I thought it would. All right, let's see. I showed you guys the walking on the beach thing, right? And now there's even more. So there's a bunch of these like random people who went real. But also, I think they picked up that I'm an Asian person. And that's kind of scary to me that they know that I'm Asian, right? It's going to make sense once you see it. It's going to make sense. Twitter bots. One. What is this? I don't know why he was there. Sorry. That's all behind. The Twitch price update went live. Not really recently. Well, it was super recently. It wasn't recent, but it was like two days ago. Well, like how close does it have to be till now to be recent? I actually don't know. Like, what is the actual, like, people when they say like some, right? Like they'll say like, oh, I have some food, and then in your mind you're like thinking like, okay, well maybe they have like one taquito from like 7-Eleven, right? And then you show up and they give you a plate of food. Like, I don't know how to gauge this stuff, okay? But they increased the sub prices for tier one subs and the gift subs, especially the gift sub one, I was like, damn, but that one actually sucks a lot. Not that I actually care because I don't need subs. Again, I make six figures. It's why Daddy's so tired after work. Daddy has to go and make some money for the stream to pay off some games, and then comes home late, and all the kids are like, Daddy, let's to play, and then I slap the shit out of you. I'm like, Daddy's going to sleep, and then it's like, oh, ah! Everyone starts like crying and stuff. So yeah, just like that's why. Um, but yeah, I it's crazy that this happens because the App Store pricing thing has been affecting a lot of different apps. Twitch is one of the more recent ones to fall victim to it. Basically, you pay roughly 20 to 30% more than you would on their actual website by paying on your Twitch account. And I posted this inside the Discord channel because I was like, hey, I already don't want you to sub, but it's like if I can't convince you not to sub, then you might as well just not like throw your money away by like subbing on the wrong platform, right? And then that sparked a discussion around like why do we do it, and like is it worth the convenience? And those are honestly good questions. So just for some context, the reason why this happens and why they charge so much, A, it's a bit of a monopoly thing, but also B, well, it's not really a monopoly thing, quote unquote. It's more of a walled garden thing. And then B, it's primarily because it costs a lot of money to run this like infrastructure. Like the amount of standards that you have to handle payment information is surprisingly complex to the point where companies like Stripe. So I'll show you Stripe in just a moment. I don't have my developer keys on this, right? I don't. Pretty sure, right? Yeah, Stripe. Ah, why is the website so fucking bright? Where websites like Stripe or services, let's say, will pop up in order to make. I swear to God, I saw this background on a Stack Overflow like post this morning. Sorry, I was working this morning, and I had this idea of like, why don't we play? It's a startup, so I was like, and then I'm also the only designer slash dev slash everything, which is gonna be very painful. But and then I was like, why don't I just make it look like cool with like a gradient? And I was looking into it. I'm pretty sure I saw this exact same thing. Anyways, services like this pop up because the cost and the amount of maintenance and the amount of like expertise that you need to maintain payment infrastructure for your application, basically impossible for even large corporations, right? Like even larger corporations like IBM will usually use some third party like a contracting service to do it for them. Not even they would eat the cost despite their massive size. And the only reason why companies like Google and Microsoft and Apple do is because they're trying to get a cut of the pie by, again, those like fees, right? I'm pretty sure on the Windows Store, I think there's a fee for it too, but I think they do like a one-time fee to upload. Whereas Apple, it's like both the one-time as well as the continual. So any revenue that you make through the Apple Store itself, or like through their payment infrastructure, you have to pay for it. But again, very, very iffy. It's been a while since I've touched this. Just know that like the reason why it happens is because it's not a very easy thing to like do to manage. Sorry, to manage your finances or like just to manage finance stuff in general, right? So there's a point where it makes sense. However, is 20 or 30% also worth it for you just as an end user to have the convenience of managing subscriptions from a single account? Maybe, I don't know. For me, the idea of even subscribing to two or three things, there's a lot of things that you have to remember already, right? Especially when you consider that subscriptions are things that only like ding you once a month or something, or like once a year or something. It's very hard to remember, right? Obviously, I'm also in a power user case where I'm not 2 to 3. I'm like maybe like 12 to 15. But it's like, those are things like services or domain names for websites that I run or that I contract out with. Like there's a lot more to go into, right? But if I could get a single place to control all of that and like give up 30% of what I make, I don't think it would be worth it. Unfortunately, you don't really have a choice. So not only does Twitch have to go through this, Patreon does too. Patreon I find funny because Patreon is like, they have their own infrastructure for payment money. Like they're literally a money company. Like they are a finance company. I don't think they're anything but a finance company at the core. They just happen to sell this product of financing particularly individual accounts on like a payment schedule versus finance as like a bank model where it's like, well, I guess it basically is like a shitty bank. You know what? Yeah, Patreon's like a shitty bank, right? Like if you keep your money in your Patreon account and you never deposit, it's like a shitty bank. And but they've both been hit. So be sure if you use Patreon or Twitch or basically anything, never ever bother doing anything on mobile because it costs you more. And it's crazy because this change won't meaningfully stop people from doing that because I've seen some statistics like flying around. I'm not gonna say what exactly the numbers are because I don't know how truthful they are. In the sense of like how accurate they are. They're true, but as to their accuracy across like the global span of all people, I don't know. But most people just do everything on their phone, chat. Like the majority of people out there like live and die by their phone. I know people who like turn on their computer like once a month. Like good computers who they just use it once a month. To me, it's unfathomable. But if I started programming on my phone, which I tried, and I use Samsung Dex more, maybe I would, and maybe I would never use my computer ever again. So who really knows, right? Either way, they've made their business, so be sure to not sub on there because you're gonna waste a lot of money for no reason. Sorry, I just realized that the chat was hidden the entire time. Sorry, I'm still getting used to it. You feel me? Why do you feel me? How you you have some favorite games playing, which you used to play, I'm assuming, which feels weird now because of some of the author's statements. Yes, yes. I mean that's basically what happened with the Harry Potter stuff, right? Like at first it was like a funny little game about like being a wizard, and then J.K. Rowling is like going after what's her name, Amani. I'm not gonna butcher her name, but the boxer is now getting sued, and then she puts money into these organizations which like fights against like people's lives, and it's like as much as I love Harry Potter, I also love like human beings more. So I'm not gonna be like an asshole to someone by giving her money, right? But yeah, I definitely feel that way too. Where it's like it's frustrating too, right? Because it's like you kind of wish you could divorce those two, right? And I've always heard people say like, "Oh, just listen to Chris Brown, like just divorce the art from the artist." But I'm like, my brother in Christ, like every listen that you give him gives him like 12 cents, and he's gonna use that 12 cents to then pay off his like next legal suit after he beats up his next girlfriend. Like I don't know what to do. Like I don't know how it's so hard not to just step away from him. Or, like I don't know how people can like divorce the art from the artist when there's such a clear line of like money gained to what they do. It's like I don't. That's my money. Like that's my money. I used to listen to Chris Brown when he was not known to be problematic a long, long time ago when I was a kid. And now he's using my money to beat the shit out of people. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Why can't you use that money to, I don't know, save lives or like raise like animals or, I don't know, like build wells or somewhere? Like, I don't know. Like, do anything. I don't know. Mr. Beast is building wells. Why can't you? Motherfucker has to go around with a case and just like punch people in the face. It's like, dude, come on. That's my money, man. I'm eating a pizza pocket. Give me a second. It's a big piece. Mm. Mm. Go ahead. Oh, I love pizza pocket. Anyways, that's why, yeah, I feel conflicted too. It's why I try not to like get into these games, or if like I used to endorse a game, but then they've gotten bad. I'm like, let's just drop it. But sure, you may have had fun in it, right? But games are cyclical. I think the only game genre that I still haven't seen is Majesty. Other than that, like even what's that Monster Dungeon game? You know what I mean? Like what's that Dungeons game? What is that game? What the fuck is it called? What's that Monster Dungeon game? No, not Monster Dungeon. Okay, wait, game about training monsters in a dungeon. Son of a bitch. Look at so many ads. Okay, well, it's an old game. It was by the dude who made Black and White and like The Sims and stuff, I'm pretty sure. Like Monster Rancher? No, not like Pokemon. No. So like less Pokemon, more like RTS style. However, if Monster Rancher is like that, then maybe I should check it out because I actually have no clue. I just assumed that Monster Rancher was like Pokemon because I don't know. It just sounds like it sounds like a Pokemon game. Dude, it looks like a Pokemon game. You can't convince me this is not just Pokemon ripoff. Look at this. Look at the cover. That's just Ash. That's just Ash, his mom. Wait, sorry. Look at the cover. Look. That's just Ash. That's just his mom. That's just Geodude, and that's Tails from Sonic who got misplaced. Like they loaded up his like asset by accident, and then they were like, "Oh, we have to transform him, otherwise we're getting sued." So they had to change him. Hell, they even have Sonic down here. Look, it's just Sonic. It's just Digimon. Amazing, actually amazing. Like you know the like Venn diagram, right? One circle. Here, look. We have different circles here. Look. Pull up my everything board. Everything. One circle. One circle, Pokemon. One circle, Digimon. In the middle, Monster Rancher. And I don't know, what's like another monster training game? Oh, actually, there's one game that I thought was very much like Pokemon, but like people always disagreed with me in like a way. Um, what was the name of it again? It was kind of like a Need for Speed. It was kind of like a Need for Speed, but with cars, and you had like different types of cars. And you could like build, and you could like spec them out, and then bring them to like places. It was like a weird MMO. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, it's all the same DNA under the hood, right? It's just a scale of like, how much further do you want to be, or like do you end up in this weird relationship where it's like both at the same time? Like you can't convince me otherwise. That's crazy. They even have Psyduck. Psyduck's a very, very weird cousin who he doesn't call anymore. He's like, okay, listen. Last time I let him into my house, like he, stole my money. Like he, stole my cat, stole my job, stole everything, stole my wife. So Psyduck doesn't call this guy anymore. But doesn't mean he has nothing to like do. It just means he has more free time now to be the star of his own game. I will say though, an eye monster is the one thing that's missing from. Is there an eye monster in Pokemon? Eye Pokemon. Oh, I guess like a Unown is, or like a Magnemite. A Magnemite is kind of cool. What is this clickbait video? I got a Pokemon eye. This is like just get out of here. Just stop. Just leave me alone. Just stop showing up on my timeline. Like Jesus, stop this. What is this? What is this shit bait? What is this shit bait? What's funny is that I get mad at it, right? But I know it works. There's statistics around clickbait being one of the most effective ways to pull viewers to your channel. Like right now, if I bend over and show my ass and then like blur it for like take a photo of it, blur it, put that as my thumbnail, and then say like, oh man, I'm about to get shit on. People are gonna click that video like crazy, and it could be a 10-minute video of me talking about the benefits and reading the back of like a vitamin D like pill bottle, right? And you're like, all right, well, I don't know why I clicked this, but it's like it'd be amazing. It'd be the ultimate clickbait. How did we get here again? But yeah, I feel the way too about the games. Yeah, you don't mind that people can separate art and artists for themselves, but for me personally, you find it pretty difficult at some point. Yep. When you try to consume their art, you just end up thinking about politics instead of enjoying the art and the art itself. Yes, I agree. Yeah, because like now it's in the back of your mind, right? It's a bit like it's the same thing with like Five Nights at Freddy. Like it's like I've heard some things about the way he spends his like money is like towards organizations who like do those things. And like ever since then, I was like, I swear off ever buying his games. Thankfully, I think FNAF is like pure dog shit, so like I don't like playing it. But that's just a personal opinion. That was a very mean personal opinion. I'm sorry. The game is not dog shit. I just hate that style of like gameplay. But knowing that the money goes towards a person who like believes in that stuff and like puts money towards those like causes that are directly trying to like stop some people from being able to live their lives always feels weird to me, because like I can't just play FNAF and focus on the details because I'm too busy drawing and like thinking about these like details of where they're gonna spend my $5 buying FNAF 1. You know what I mean? It's actually crazy. Thankfully, I mean, even games like Minecraft kind of had that too, right? When like Notch was first going down his like crazy rabbit hole, I pretty much swore off of Minecraft because I was like, I don't really know about this. And then they gave him and then So what happened was that they gave him the bag to divorce him from the Minecraft sphere entirely. At that point, everything that happened afterwards in like Minecraft was for the Minecraft team, was for the Microsoft team, right? And obviously there's like issues there, but it's a bit more layered and like complex. And they're also not actively going after something, at least the Minecraft team. And like he already got his bag. Like I can't stop his like 40 however many billions of like dollars he like got, right? So like now I can play Minecraft as I please, which is never. But we will eventually. We will eventually get some servers up. Sorry. Today's a very discordant day. I actually haven't even I my brain during work chat, it's like mush. Well, it's not like mush, but like just this whole week, I've had such bad sleep this whole week. I've been trying to sleep better, but I'm still waiting to get the melatonin pills. I know, like it's not like it sounds like I'm saying you take sleeping pills, but like it's very different. It's very different when you actually need to hit like a sleep thing and your body feels kind of weird. You know what I mean? And it's just melatonin. It's not like a sleeping pill. Okay. So get eat dog shit. We don't finish shame here. True. So true, King or Queen. So true. That's right. Rub that dog shit all over your mouth and you smell it. Take a nice whiff of it. Tastes so good. Yum yum yum. Oh yeah. So yeah, a lot of things happened while I was gone. A lot of very interesting things too. Thankfully, it feels like it's simmered down somewhat. At least where I am, and then for other people, it's gotten worse. So yeah, it's gonna get wild. But I try to avoid some topics just because like A, I don't know enough, but like also B, like, is it safe to even talk about? I don't really know. Like at some point, like what if China sends like an assassin to like assassinate me because I talk shit about Black Myth Wukong, and then they bust down the like door expecting to see like like a white Canadian, right? And then they see me and they're like, brother, why did you do that to us? And it's like I was here the whole time. So yeah, we'll see how things go. But yeah, a lot of things happen. But in general, that's all that really happened that I can talk about decently well. Oh, I had a work life update thing here. It's going swell. I'm now a de facto team lead by accident again. It's funny too because when I joined, right, I was expecting to be able to like do stuff, and then I was expecting them to have a plan. And then my buddy who brought me in, he was like, "Okay, so we have no plan. How do you think we should solve this?" And I was like, "You didn't mention this at the one interview that we had for like 20 minutes, man." I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do." So within like a day or two, I had to like get up to speed. I then broke everything down into like plans. I mean, I think we have a good handle on it, but time wise, there's like no time left. At least for me, I have like maybe like 3 weeks left before my contract. Before my like within my contract coinciding with this period of intense development trying to get something launched, right? So it's kind of funny too because it's like I thought a 1 month contract was kind of long, but it's also very very short in the grand scheme of things. But at the same time, I don't care because that's their problem. I'm going to part time after. I'm going to get back into part time because that was the whole goal in the first place. They just wanted like full time to see if I would do well. So I was like, all right, sure, bet. Then day two, the chief product guy is giving me the glizzy on the daily on every single call. By the way, he's giving me the glizzy. Says all kinds of things about me, and I'm like, hey, I'm just saying, like I know what I'm doing. I didn't need a month. I only needed 3 days. So I don't know. We'll have to see. My contract is locked in. I can't break it. Otherwise, I pay zero fees, but also I have to do negotiation, which is like annoying. So we'll see. But once I go to part time, actually, there'll be more streams again. So there's gonna be more streams in general after this week because the floods have now ended. I don't know why there's so many goddamn like floods. Well, I know why. It's global warming, but it's like I thought I could get to like at least 30 or like 40. I was hoping to hit at least 45 before the floods happened, right? Like the apocalypse playbook, right? It's like you have the main apocalypse, which is like swarms of locusts, hurricanes, storms, floods. You have the side quests like scenarios where you like roll like a 1d20 to see if it happens, right? Stuff like the zombie apocalypse or like a nuclear war or like a like an Amazonian giantess like spawns in their world to like dominate all of us, right? Like that's a 1 in 20 chance, basically. Yeah. But we're currently going down the playbook of like the core apocalypse, like D&D scenario here. I just want you all to know that even though it's happening much quicker, I am prepared. I have a I sharpened the longsword. It's pretty good now, and it still keeps the single bevel. I'm gonna get a shield at some point. I found a pretty good piece of wood actually in my backyard from the previous like person, and I was like, "Yo, that's like," and I was like, "That's a pretty nice piece of wood." So maybe I can make like a wooden board shield, like you know your tutorial shield in like games, like your RPG shield. Like when you start out, your shield is like someone's fence that you just broke off, and you ran off before they called the cops or something. Yeah, that's basically my shield. I'm gonna get like these like knee pads and like shoulder pads and like stuff because like I kind of figured that I need some because sometimes I have to get like on the floor for stuff. Don't take it the wrong way. Sometimes you got to go on your knees, and sometimes you got to do stuff. Okay, it's just labor. It's just I'm going into labor, so I'm ready. My only thing left is I need a really cool nickname and at least one tattoo under my left nipple to really emphasize that I'm the main character and no one else is. That's my plan for this apocalypse. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, there'll be more streams now that the apocalypse is like we're going into phase 2 of the apocalypse. Well, phase 3. I guess I guess COVID was like phase 1, right? COVID, the floods. I'm hoping phase 3 is like intense snowfall because I at least like snow. Okay, so hopefully we get phase 3 because I really like intense snow. But we are gonna have like a lot more streams now. But now that I'm back on like a good schedule, so be sure to look out for those as well. Listening to a new playlist. Okay, I forgot to actually mention this. Sorry, I was supposed to mention this at the very start. This playlist is a playlist of an artist that I found recently that I really got into. Their name is Window 96. I posted in the Discord music channel. I basically I listened to their entire discography as well as their collab albums. Good stuff. Something about the vibe. There's something about the vibe that I really enjoy. One song in particular between them and Sonavision called Skunk, insanely good. It reminds me a lot of Pilot Red Sun or Red Pilot. I don't know what his name is anymore. It's like it's like those names where they switch one word around to make like a new. You know what it is? If your name is like Matthew Michaels Davis, right? I'm not gonna know what the fuck to call you when I see you. Like, do I call you Matt, Matthew, Michael, Mikey, Mike, Davis, Davey, Dave? Like, which one comes first? Which one's second? Which one's third? I don't know. It's like this guy, or well, who am I talking? It's like Pilot Red Sun. That's just the way it goes. We're gonna have a stick baby. Congratulations. Well, what if I did that actually? You know, we have enough voice clips actually. I was thinking about this. I hate AI in general, but one thing that AI is really good for is like for the funnies because it's stupid, right? We have enough recordings. I have at least 20 terabytes worth of recordings of my voice. We could theoretically make a very stupid model of myself, like Vidal, right? Kind of like Vidal and like Neurosama. But then we could also like tune it to be like a very stupid. Like we could make a stick baby and make it really dumb, or like just a weird facsimile of like me. I'd be so curious to see what I sound like, right? Because I say the words, I know what I sound like, but I don't know my speech patterns because my speech patterns are so ingrained into how I do it automatically, like in the at my core, that I can't see what's like happening there. It just comes out of me. 20 terabytes of my voice. Imagine the ego. That's really good. That was actually good though. Look, it's not ego, okay? Look, somebody's got to save the clips for the clip farmers in the future when they need quality source clips. I'm looking out for the clip farmers, all right? Listen, 2 years from now, massive streamer, right? Vishojo signed over to me. Not even me to them. No, I take over the whole org, right? I then go and I take over OTK. I take over what's another organization. I can't take over AMP. A, they're like really large. B, they have a lot more money than me. So maybe they take over me. But I'm just saying, like at some point, right? I joined the big leagues. Then it's over, right? People are gonna find like old random clips of me on some random channel that happened to like, you know, get one single clip of me that out there, right? Then, guess what? I clap back with a 1 terabyte video that is the exact recording of that day in 4K. The Great VTuber Org War. You know what's crazy? Because all VTubers are like anime characters, it'd be so funny. It's like a power arc thing. What an ego to walk on. Look, it's not ego. I'm telling you guys. Look, I'm sorry. I'm trying to win the VTuber wars, okay? Like, have you seen the other VTubers? Have you seen Giga? She's a general. She's a demon general. You seen Bao? She's the whatever 552 kilohertz whale. She's somewhere. She's lost in the ocean, man. Dog, I saw a VTuber that was a gun the other day. You can't fight these people. What am I? I'm a stick. I need something to back me up. And if it's endless clones of me backed by my ego, I mean my 20 terabyte collection recording of me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that 20 terabyte collection of my ego, of myself, for my victory. You're just jealous of how much I have of myself. You know what I mean? If I could have like those like rooms where it's like a screen in like all 4 walls, I kind of want to be in like a psychedelic space where it's just me on like every single corner of my wall, just like talking to me. Like, wait, okay, chat, what if we do that? Okay, I'll look into doing it because that sounds funny. Imagine, okay, one day we're gonna do a stream where there's like 6 of me, like 6 AI versions of me, and they're all talking to each other and responding to each other. I think that would be hilarious, and I think it would be just chaotic enough, but also just weird enough that the concept would work. It's just an observational thing. You know what it is? You know how people do like those 24-hour streams on like YouTube where it's like always live, right? It's always live and always going. Like Trash Taste has their like Trash Taste rerun, or like PewDiePie has his his PewDiePie rerun stuff. Why don't I do that, but with AI versions of myself? But I'm just recreating the Seinfeld arc. There was like a period of time where like a Seinfeld AI was like huge. It was so funny. And then it said some really racist stuff, and it was like it got shut down. So I mean, that was pretty bad. But while it was alive and doing good Seinfeld bits, it was pretty good. Yeah, you're jealous of the storage space. So what's crazy is that when I got the external hard drive, right? I honestly thought that 16 terabytes would like last me maybe like 5 years. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna run out of 16 terabytes. Chad, it lasted me like 4 months. It lasted me like 4 to 6 months. So early on, a lot of my VODs were recorded high quality, right? But even 1440p, like it takes a lot of space depending on your game. And very early on, for those 4 months, we played some of the most visually intensive games that could not be optimized down. Signalis, all the noise on screen made each recording like 100 gigabytes each, okay? Resident Evil 4, that was like 100 gigabytes each. Elden Ring actually no, not Elden Ring. Remnants 1 and 2, that was 100 gigabytes each. It was crazy. Now it's a bit better. I have a much better flow going on to optimize them because you don't really need that much quality for YouTube uploads, but still, with enough quality, it looks good. But yeah, I thought it would last me 5 years. Yeah, it's never enough. More than 1 stick sounds good. So AI coding stream when? Okay, well, I don't know when. I don't even know if my graphics card can handle. Look, hey, this is the problem, right? I think what I have to do first is I need to make a new computer because I think my 2080 Ti is gonna die. Like the moment I try to use my 2080 Ti for that stuff, it might blow up. And I don't want to spend money on like an external service to train their model because like somebody out there at OpenAI is going to use that data to. You ever played Soma? You ever play Soma where like the dude from by the way, based in Toronto, where the dude wakes up in like a weird place and he's like, what the hell is going on? He was in Toronto. That wasn't a video game. That wasn't like a fictional story. That was a prophetical. That was a prophetic story, right? That was a prophetic vision. That's gonna be my life very soon. Hopefully without the cancer. I'm really hoping it doesn't go that far. Or was it a brain tumor? I don't know. Something about his brain was kind of weird after like a car accident. I'm just saying that the game is very, very real, and it's gonna happen to me at some point if I happen to give OpenAI all access to my files to train an AI model to make it AI myself. So for me to do it on my 2080 Ti and not kill the stream by accident because we lose a graphics card, I kind of need to go ahead and build my new PC, which I kind of have to anyways, because this PC, I need to redo the cooling because the cooling setup, it's all messed up. All most of the fans are like dead, and I don't know why. I mean, to be fair, they were very cheap fans. One of my RAM sticks is probably bad, so we'll probably crash during today's stream, which is funny because I haven't set up control yet for Snow Job. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we survive. And if we don't, then we're doomed. Oh, speaking of version control, I've made the decision to open source Snow Job because I'm not planning to make money off of it. It's like a fun project, anyways. It's gonna be one of those forever fun projects, and I'll make more stuff for it anyways. And I have a fairly defined schedule of what we have for the game jam. But there's stuff that I want to do with the sandbox engine in general afterwards, both for Snow Job and another game that we're gonna start making afterwards too. So expect future streams to be like a good mix of like programming plus gaming, programming plus gaming. I know it's crazy. Sorry to go from like programming at my job to then programming for gaming, but that's because at my job I worked maybe like 5 hours in total. And the rest, well, actually, I take that back. I think I got a good 1 hour worth of coding time before I got pulled into various discussions. And then I had to go into the design file. Chad, I hate being a designer. I'm not even supposed to be the designer. I don't know. Like, for some reason, they couldn't find a designer. And whatever designer they had didn't work out. And whatever designer they hired now, it's like IMO, they're kind of not getting the most support. So it's like, hey, the more programming time, the better for me, right? Plus, it's my project. You wholeheartedly understand my data hoarding tendency. Thank you, chat. Why did you say it like that? You said it like that. You said it like we were at like a Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Where it's like, I wholeheartedly understand your struggles. I too goon every single day and I can't stop. And the person running the session is like, Matthew, please take your dick out of your pants right now. Please, so sorry. Please take your hand off your dick right now. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, not please take your dick out of your pants. What I meant to say was, please take your hand off your dick right. Look, I'm tired. Okay, I just finished work. I did. I just finished work. I'm sorry. I sounded like a very forceful like dom asking their like subby wubby to like pull it out now. Pull it out now. Let me see it now. People say if it's on the internet, it's there forever. But the reality is that if it's not backed up on 2 different local drives, it might as well not exist. Me, when I pay my Google One subscription for the entire year for like 20 terabytes and then I don't use it because I'm like, but I need 2 backup sites in local. I'm going to put this one in the dirt outside, at least 20 meters below ground under the Everfrost. Yeah, so true, King or Queen, so true. Oh man, that's funny. You know what's crazy actually? I always thought about this, right? Like you know that's the concept of what's it called? Trying to find the like term. Memory? No. There we go. Time capsules. Like you know the concept of like time capsules, right? Most people just throw like a bucket or something like underground, or they throw like the equivalent of a thermos underground, right? Like there's some good time. Wait, holy shit, chat! There was a time capsule to be recovered in Ypsilanti, Michigan. By why is this link? I there's a lot of questions. Wait. There's a lot of questions. So, web design 101. Link blue or purple. Blue link means you've never seen it. I've never clicked this. I've never clicked the word cache, right? I clicked the word cache, now it's purple. Purple means I've been there. When have I ever looked at Ypsilanti, Michigan? I've never even heard of Ypsilanti, Michigan. I've never clicked on this. Why was this? Why did I want to? What is this? Why did I look for the pronunciation of Ypsilanti? What? When did I do this? So I never delete history on this particular browser. on this browser that says stream, right? Because I customize Firefox to have three different profiles: one for personal, one for stream, one for gooning. This one I never clear history, right? So somewhere at some point on stream, because I only ever use this browser on stream, I probably opened up Ypsilanti, Michigan on stream. There's a clip somewhere out there on the Just Chatting channel of this, or maybe it was during a game. I don't know. Domino's, I know I know exactly why I was here now. I know how I got here now. I know how I got here. Domino's Pizza was founded in Ypsilanti. I know why I was here. I know where the bastard sleeps. I brought him there. Yeah, so the reason why I was here was because I was researching Domino's Pizza. Because I was like, Domino's Pizza is really good. How did they start? How did they get going? And I went down like a rabbit hole. But I think I got here through like another link that was talking about Ypsilanti. Because it was like the Domino's like spot. You too goon every single day. And you don't even need to whip it out. You're already naked. It's so hot again. So true though. You see, okay, you know this? I bet you Goonies love summer, right? Like, what other season is it like acceptable for you to be? Okay, this is the weirdest part. I want you to like think about this. Let me say it and then think about it because I want to chew in this pizza pocket. Okay. The only thing separating you from seeing another human being's genitalia is like two thin pieces of cloth. It's a pepperoni bacon pizza pocket. Catch you later today, tomorrow for me. Good night. See you later. And thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Wait, yeah, because your day is starting now. Yeah. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Clothing is a social construct. Well, it kind of is. I mean, basically it is, but that's the weird part, right? I've always wondered this. Like, we see each other in like clothes, right? And that's fine. But like underneath like a very thin layer of fabric that just happens to not be see-through, they're completely naked. And that's always like weirded me out and I don't know why. How did we get here again? What was I talking about? Oh yeah. That's why Gooners love summer. Because summer's hot, right? It's the only time when you can be in only one layer of clothing. So not underwear plus like clothing. Now you're just in like underwear. Mostly, some people even go like butt ass naked, but I don't believe in the whole butt ass naked angle because like then you get sweat on your chair or sweat on your floor, and like ass sweat smells very different from like like armpit sweat. Like different sweat smells. Like you smell the sweat off your hands, and you're like, okay, like this would make a great sandwich. Like like flavor seasoning. Because I've talked about this, right? How like your chef sweat in like changes and transforms the flavor of your food. But then like armpit sweat smells funky and then ass sweat smells really bad. It's like swamp ass. There's another thought you wanted to think about before bed. Well, now you're gonna have to think about it. Next time, when in the morning when you go to work, you see your coworkers, just know that between you and them, there are only two pieces of fabric at the minimum, and maybe four at most. I want to check out the pronunciation of yap salami. I want you all to know. This chatter said yap salami. I think that's a great term actually. Because yap salami is like the combination of everything, right? Because when you yap, that means you talk a lot. But then like a salami, it's like a whole chunk of like processed meat. It's like, it's like spewing bullshit, but then like it's like telling somebody that all they're speaking is bullshit, but in a much nicer way. Hey, you're making some yap salami right now. I like that. That's gonna be the first word for the Wordsmith channel, which we need to program at some point. No work tomorrow, thankfully. Oh yeah, it's Saturday. That's why I'm streaming today. Sorry. I forgot. Sorry. I'm a corporate cuck now. I just kind of think like every day is work. But yeah, that's why I'm streaming today, right now, so late. Because tomorrow's a Saturday. But also next week we're streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday I'm busy. Friday I'm probably busy, and then Saturday, Sunday I'm back. So everybody's always naked under the suit. Think about it when you work. You know what's weird? I don't think I've worked at a place that required suits in like years. I was only in one place that required a suit. And that was only because of a single event. Like, I thought it was a normal thing. Because my first day, I had to wear the suit. Because it was also the same day that they were going to some fancy competition. And I had to go there as a representative. But I was a developer. So, like, did it really matter? Um, but then, so, wait, no, not, okay, not the competition. Sorry. I got it mixed up. It's been a while. This one was for, like an investor meeting thing. And I just joined, so I was like, "Why am I here?" Right? So I go in a suit, and I thought this was gonna be my like daily life. After that, the next day, my boss walked in. He was rocking shorts that were shorter than my boxers at some point, and I was like, "Dude, like at some point, like you might as well just like take them off or something, right?" And like no, and like everybody looked like they just came from like home, and like everyone looked very world weary, right? Um, I don't think people wear suits anymore in like offices, even in very professional places. Like you know how the office like portrays like a professional office. Even at those places, I've seen a lot of people just in like polo shirts and like not even like khakis, but like just like jeans or something now. Like it feels like everybody's moving away from the idea of suits all the time or just always like looking very fancy, and everybody's moving towards very casual, which I like. I like a lot. To me, suits have never been a very good thing. IMO. They're stuffy. They're painful. They're annoying to wear. They don't stretch. Although I bought a stretching suit so I can do a mean near split up until my balls crack or something. Um, I also think that suits are just very very boring. Stylistically, not to say that I dress like the best thing ever, because for work, I wake up, I have the same black and the white like V-neck T-shirt every day. Not the same one. I have 12 copies of it from Walmart in like the like jumbo Fruit of the Loom packs. Um, but I'm just saying, if I had the opportunity, I could wear something nice. I only choose not to. And in fact, the only time I've ever worn something nice to work is when I had a date with my wife after. So like on those days, people would know because like even my coworker, which is funny because like she would because like for her right, she always had like a cool fashion sense, right? So her and like her like wife, um, they they both were like really really cool fashionable like people, right? And so one day I walk in on a day when I'm about to go like on a date with my wife after work. And then she like did like a double take and then she was like, "Is that is that really you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "What happened? Did someone die?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Like I don't know." It's funny and she meant it as a joke, but like yeah, it was you would know what I was doing when I dressed up nicely. It meant that I would not be reachable after 5. I'm not reachable after like my work hours anyways. Like if a fire breaks out and my CEO needs me to go to his house because he lives like right beside me or like something, right? If my CEO was my neighbor and his house was on fire and he needed me to save him, I wouldn't do it. It's sorry, it's not in my contract. I'm not doing it. Um, is that bad? Does that mean? Does that make me evil? Am I the baddie? No, it's his fault for not paying me no more. What was I saying again? Anyways, yeah, I think suits are cool, but they're way too stuffy. And honestly, there are too many layers too. Many suits are not cut for like comfortable working. Like honestly, multiple layers doesn't work well. Sometimes it works to stave off heat by building like a barrier and stuff, but for the most part, you're always just holding in heat from your body. Hmm. All right, let's read about Yep Salami. What's in Yep Salami? What kind of programs too? Nice. What they got? Besides the besides wait, Montreal. What the fuck? What? There's no way. Chad, you can't make this up. Michigan is in the U.S. A Canadian made Michigan. Well, not Michigan. Sorry, a Canadian made Ypsilanti in Michigan. That's why the name is weird. That's why the name is weird. The name is a French Canadian word because French Canadians have a very weird language. In fact, that's why I want. That's what I want. That's what I want to show you before we start programming. I have some funny clips that I want to show you. Two actually. One that exemplifies how it will be living, making a game, and also living through like the snowstorm that is going to come as part of the apocalypse part 2. And another of a game clip, which I'll start with first because I'm gonna save the other one for when we start Sandbox. I wish I remembered to save the name of the person who like cut this originally on like Twitter. I will find it after, post it in Discord, post it at Twitter in Discord as well as on the YouTube VOD, because I'm all about giving credit for when I steal content. But this video is hilarious to me because of how absolutely insane it is. It reminds me of the kind of stuff that you would see from almost like old shitpost like YouTube poop stuff where it's like it's almost nonsensical what like happens, and apparently it's a real game. Like it's apparently like a whole real game that was just out there that just happened to exist, that just happened to have this thing happening. And where the fuck did it go? Give me a second. Give me a second. This is a disaster. Where did I put it? What do you mean? What? Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat. Just give me a moment, Tom, man. Mom spaghetti. It's hot and heavy. I don't know what to do anymore. Oh, fuck. Where did I put it? Oh, fuck. It's just me and you and my voice. Oh, fuck. Here, watch this for now. Where are you? I need you. Oh, fuck. I don't even know where that one is. Oh, fuck. Dominic. Cover me. Cover me, Mike. Cover me. Actually, this is a good time to eat some pizza bucket. Levi Golf Club! Levi Golf Club! Levi Golf Club! Levi Golf Club! I found it, by the way. Here you go. It wasn't that one. Sorry, I just lost it. Sorry, I just lost it. I didn't remember which name I don't know. This video, I don't know who made this, but whoever cut this, I have your name on like Twitter. I will find you to credit you. You're kind of a comedic genius. You need more volume. The thing that makes this is the voice acting. Like, you need way more volume. Yeah, my fault. You need more volume. Now. He says it. He says it like this is this a verse. He says it like this is this voice actor's first time. Like seeing anything related to anything like outside of his like place. It's like me trying to say some like French word. You know what I mean? It's just it's so funny. Now. It's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's just so fucking stupid. Just watch it again. Just watch it again. It's just so funny. It's such perfect comedic timing. It's so good. It's the way that they go, ah. Oh my god, it's so stupid. Everything about that video is so funny. It is the perfect cut. It is the perfect comedic cut of like a video of a. Because like, what kind of game is that? Like, what kind of game has you going around shopping with your childhood friend, and that allows you to stand in front of a train and then let the train run into you? And then what kind of game does that? And it animates like actual like blood spray, and it has the characters like scream, like everything about it doesn't feel real. That game doesn't feel real. There's more from that game from that creator, and I'm just gonna save all of those because at some point they're probably going to be nuked, just because of some copyright things. I just want you to know when I link them, please go through those posts. I don't know how they found this like game, but it made me want to play this like game because of how nonsensical it seemed to be. So you didn't see the train bit. It's honestly the best part. Like if you didn't see this, the train is really what like makes it. Like he's just running on the track. Why? What? It's like a GTA game where you're allowed to be on on the tracks. Oh, so good, so good. Anyways, we're gonna start the sandbox up here. It's already ready actually, so I'm just kind of like, I was just waiting to like get it going. But I have one video to show you all as part of the sandbox starts. Just give me a moment to switch over the monitor and get things going. Again, that's it for me, chat. I'm gonna try and see something actually, because I've been very curious about this. My mouse keeps breaking. I'm sorry. Okay, well that didn't transition over at all. The fuck? No, don't play that. I'm gonna see if there's anyone to raid. So I usually never get to do this because usually they end stream when I start stream. But now I'm ending stream when they probably wake up. So I wonder if they're awake. Because a lot of people raid me very often, and I usually am never able to raid back. Not because I don't want to, because we all are very. I don't know why the Europeans found me first. You know what I mean? Like if somebody, like if you're from Hong Kong, say what's up. You know what I mean? Because I can raid you. If you're anybody else, I can just raid you. You know what I mean? Like it's cool. But the problem with people that are from Europe is that we have some overlap, but not enough to where, both of us can benefit across. Realistically, we're both in the position where only one of us can succeed. Which is a very unfortunate position to be in, to be fair. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Again, tomorrow I'll be on at, I actually don't know what time again. It's sometime very, very early. I think it's at 1 p.m. UTC. We'll be busy playing a bunch of things. Making a bunch of things. Building out the game fully for the game jam. Let's see how it goes. I'm curious to see how it goes. And we'll figure out what to do. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to sort of see how things go. Sunday as well will be primarily the art and the music portion of the game dev stuff. So if you're interested in that, come in and help us jam. We'll just play out with some ideas. I'm probably gonna need some of your help to find some cool instruments. There's gonna be a lot of Suica, the instrument, and there's gonna be a lot of the Castlevania organ if I can find it. And we really need to nail that Christmas vibe. But if not, I have another plan for it anyways. Either way, there's a different plan for the Christmas stuff that I want to do in terms of the music, in terms of like a special event for it. But we'll have to see how it goes. So, bye everyone. Thanks for showing up. And again, sorry I've been gone for so long. I'm sick. Well, not sick, but like I'm sick of work. But also like I like making money, so it also helps fund the stuff on stream too. However, if you don't want to miss out, I'm actually very active on Discord. We're all very active on Discord. We don't have any lives here, do we? None of us have any lives because I actually talk with the chat members like basically every single. I think I talk with chat members every single day on the Discord. It's basically like a secondary stream of. It's like this. It's like the stream is the stream. You get the events, and then the Discord is a stream of consciousness from all of us, and we are all the streamer for each other. So if you're into that, be sure to join, because that's where we actually hang out. Anyways, bye everyone. I'm out. I'm the OKO. I'm done. Peace out. Bye.